I used to live in Africa on the Mercy ship, and it started when we would start to go to orphanages that were just in absolutely desperate conditions. So I had a very good friend. His name was Lafayette. And Lafayette, um, I'd always take him to the market with me because he could just negotiate better deals at the marketplace. And it was really fun to have him along. Well, one day I'm driving to the market with Lafayette. And Lafayette says to me, he says, "Monte, you are a rich man." And I just kind of laughed and I said, "Lafayette, you live in Africa. You just don't understand. And you know what people have in America. I am not a rich man." He just laughed and he shook his finger at me and he said, "Monte, you are a rich man." And I said, "Okay, Lafayette, I'll take the bait. Tell me, what is a rich man?" And he said to me, he said, "Any man who has the capacity to change another man's life, he is a rich man." I thought about that for a second, and I knew he was right. And I knew that in some way that would really, really impact me. And it did.
So Monte and I were sitting on our deck, and he was regaling me with great stories of Africa and how it had transformed his life and the life of his kids and his wife and really his whole family. And he also began to tell me about these orphanages and going out and finding these places that were utterly destitute. And as he describes them, it's so difficult even to imagine something so terrible. And then he began to talk about how much a dollar would buy in Liberia, which will buy a lot in Liberia. And I've been involved in the wine industry for 15 years. And as we drank our glass of wine spontaneously, I just asked the question, "Hey, Monte, what if that glass of wine could feed a kid?" Of which neither of us had an answer for that. But we started this process of trying to answer that question, can we feed a kid? We found out that it can. And we've been excited to roll out Sozo with the whole passion and vision of great food and great wine. We've always loved gathering people around our table. We've loved great conversation, but we've loved conversation about changing the world and something that actually impacts people's lives. And knowing that after we die, a whole lot of people will have been changed for good because we had an opportunity to serve them. So that's what Sozo is about. And that's what happened because of Lafayette way back when.